Problem 47 was another problem that several people asked to see. And so let's go through this, evaluate each of the following expressions. So as x approaches 3, we can just try, the first thing we always want to try to evaluate a limit is just plugging the number in. So when I plug in the number 3 in place of x, we get 3 over 9 plus 1, so we get 3/10. For example, B, the sine of pi over 2 is 1, and then we could replace x with x over 2, so we get 1 over pi over 2, which is 2 over pi. Part C, find f of 3 if f of x equals x over x plus 1. So this is going to be very similar to A. So f of 3, we're just replacing all the x's with 3. So 3 over 3 squared plus 1, that's 3 over 10. Okay, and same thing for D. G of pi over 2 equals sine of pi over 2 over pi over 2, which is 1 over pi over 2, or 2 over pi. So basically what they're having us do is show that in this case, the value of the function is the same as the limit, and in this one, the value of the function is the same as the limit. And so compare your answers with A and C and B and D. What can you conclude? Since these values are both the same, we can say F and G are continuous, or they're not at the same value, so I'm just going to write that in two different statements. I'm going to say f of x equals x over x squared plus 1 is continuous at x equals 3. And we can say g of x equals sine x over x is continuous at x equals pi over 2. And the reason is because if the limit is equal to the value of the function, that by definition, that's what continuity, that's how we define continuity. So if the limit is the same as the value of the function, then it's continuous at that x value. So both of these functions are continuous, the first one at 3 and the second one at pi over 2.